Hi everyone, how's it going? My name is Hilal Sadikin and I will be serving as the moderator for today's presentation together with my group members, namely Dinda Saputri, Nurul Fatihah, Viviana Dewi, and Zahwa Nabila Insani. First of all, I would like to give my respect to our honorable lecturer of discourse, Mem Yeti Zainal. Today, we will present a topic called social event, which focus on how event brings people together, create interaction, and strengthen community connection. Right, let's move on to the first part of our presentation, which will be explained by Vivi. To Vivi, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to moderator. I would like to explain about social events. What is social events? Next slide, please. Social event is a gathering or occasion where people come together for the purpose socializing. Jadi, social event itu adalah sebuah pertemuan atau acara di mana orang-orang itu berkumpul dengan tujuan untuk bersosialisasi, berinteraksi, atau merayakan untuk melakukan kegiatan bersama. Next slide. Celebrations, meaning, and types. The word holiday has dual significance in many cultures. Jadi, kata holiday itu memiliki dua arti, yaitu vacation or time off and holiday time. Vacation itu seperti hari libur, hari istirahat, atau cuti dari kerja. And holiday yaitu hari khusus untuk memperingati keagamaan atau acara tradisional. And next, common celebrations. Dan jenis-jenisnya ada dua, yaitu religious and national or secular. Untuk religius sendiri, yaitu contohnya seperti perayaan inti dalam agama Kristen seperti Christmas and Easter. And national and secular, contohnya seperti Thanksgiving, United States, yaitu perayaan panen keluarga bersama, Independence Day, Hari Kemerdekaan, Labor Day or Australia Day, yaitu menghormati Hari Pekerja atau Hari Nasional, and the last Queen's Birthday, UK, yaitu hari khusus untuk menghormati ratu. And the public status, remember that not all celebrations are public holiday. Maksudnya yaitu tidak semua celebrations atau perayaan adalah public holidays. Artinya tidak semuanya memberi hari libur resmi dari sekolah atau pekerjaan. Dan banyak perayaan agamis juga yang minoritasnya dirayakan secara pribadi dan tidak menjadi hari libur nasional. Okay, that's all for me. I'll give it to moderator.
Okay, thanks to Vivi. The next material will explain by Dinda. To Dinda, time is yours.
Thanks for the moderator to give me time to explain my material. Now, I'm going to talk about how people celebrate in different culture. Every culture has its own way of celebrating. Some celebrations are religious, like praying or doing special ritual. Others are not religious and focus more on family time, fun, or enjoying the day. Some celebrations are calm and quiet, such as Yom Kippur, where people spend time praying and reflecting. But some celebrations are very bright and lively, like Diwali, Chinese New Year, or New Year Eve, where people enjoy like firewood and bright gathering. So, the main idea is the celebration look like different around the world, and understanding these differences help us respect other people tradition. Next, please. Okay, next, I will explain how to prepare when we join a celebration from other cultures. First, We should learn the meaning of the event. This helps us understand what is appropriate and what is not. Second, we need to pay attention to local custom, like how people dress, how they greet each other, and how they behave during the event. Following this custom show our respect. So, the finally is if we feel unsure, we can use a simple community strategies. Stay quiet for a moment and observe, follow what others do, or politely ask if we need help. If we cannot do something, we can explain politely. This step help use avoid misunderstanding and make the celebration more comfortable for us. So just my explanation. I get back to moderator.
Okay, thanks to Dinda. Next material will explain by Nurul. To Nurul, time is yours.
Thanks to moderator, I will explain eating out. Many social and religious events include special foods. Example, a roast turkey for Thanksgiving, Easter eggs for Easter, wedding cake for weddings, and vegetarian food for fest. These food usually have symbolic meaning or traditional passed down through generation and are prepared specifically to commemorate important event. Next material, there are three important points to consider when eating at an event. What to eat, the food that is served, when to eat, when to start eating, where to eat, sitting, and order of dishes. When attending events from different cultures, it is important to know how to take food properly, use eating utensils, and follow the host dining rules. That's all for me. I give it to moderator.
Thanks to Nurul. The next material will explain by myself. Is next. Okay, next I would also like to explain an additional part of our material. The first point is about what to do if you cannot eat something. Sometimes there is food we cannot eat due to allergies, religious belief, or personal restrictions. In this situation, we can politely say, I don't eat, can I eat this instead? At informal events, it is acceptable to eat certain foods with your hands, such as pizza, chicken pies, french fries, carrot stick, tacos, or sushi. However, for foods like salads, pudding, or cakes, it is better to use a fork or a spoon. Okay, next please. The next point is formal table setting. Formal events usually have complete and structured dining rules. The table typically includes an dinner plate, salad plate, and bread plate with a bread knife. It also has several types of cutlery such as a dinner fork, salad fork, dessert spoon, dinner knife, teaspoon, and soap spoon. In addition, there is a cup and saucer, along with wine glasses and a water glass. The function of this arrangement is to show the order of the meal and indicate which cutlery should be used first, usually starting from the outside and moving inward. Okay, that's all for me. The next material will explain by Zahwa. Tuzawa, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the moderator. I'll explain about formal meal sequence. In formal dining settings across different cultures, the meal sequence is highly structured and often universal. The structure is designed to maximize the dining experience. The most common order we encounter is starting with soup to warm the palate, followed by salad as a palate cleanser, then the main course is the central focus, and finally concluding with a sweet dessert, often accompanied by tea or coffee. It's also crucial to understand that the selection of wine or mineral water is typically arranged to be specifically paired with certain courses, enhancing the flavor of the food. This sequence implicitly guides us in our use of cutlery, which is always used from the uttermost utensil inward. Okay, next. Etiquette at a formal dining table reflects a respect for the host and other guests. The main rule is patient. Never start eating before the host gives a signal or before everyone has been served. Focus is key. So, the use of mobile phones is strongly discouraged as it is considered disruptive to social interaction. Technically, avoid talking when your mouth is full. Most importantly, because formal events often take time, we must follow the pace set by the host. This demonstrates that we value not just the food, but also the atmosphere and the social purpose of the occasion. And the last one is we must view shared meals, especially in across cultural contexts, as a communication bridge rather than just a way to satisfy hunger. Food serves as a very effective icebreaker. It is the perfect time to introductions and casual small talk. That's all for me. I'll give it back to the moderator.
Okay, thanks to Zawa. The last part will explain by Nurul. To Nurul, time is yours.
The conclusion from social event is understanding social event is essential for successful communication across cultures. Celebration, meals, and social custom differ from one culture to another, but they all serve the same purpose, bringing people together and expressing shared values. By learning the meaning behind events, observing local customs, and using polite communication strategies, we can participate respectfully and avoid misunderstandings. Food, table manners, and behavior during social gatherings also reflect culture, identity, and social expectation. That's all for me. I give it to back moderator.
Okay, thanks to Nurul. That concludes our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. If anyone would like to add information or ask question, please write it in discussion forum or WhatsApp group. Once again, thank you everyone. Have a good day.